Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be an energy check-in love reading for my dearest Aquarius. Aquarius, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, you'll notice that my setup is a little bit different. I've been visiting my best friend for my birthday, and I'm at her house in a different location, obviously. So you may hear some dogs barking, maybe some children, some different noises. Just bear with me. I should be back to my normal setup this coming weekend. All right, my lovely Aquarius, let's get started. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. All right, so your energy is the Two of Pentacles. Your person, the Five of Swords in reverse. They're viewing you as the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. What you're not seeing is the Six of Wands, okay? And the final outcome advice, we see the Five of Wands in reverse. So I am seeing the potential healing of a connection or coming together here. And we see the Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. You may or may not have fire in your chart. But Aquarius, I feel like you're pretty attractive right now with this Knight of Wands. You're feeling confident. I feel like you're putting yourself out there. You're probably getting a lot of attention. But I just feel like the Knight of Wands is somebody who's trusting themselves right now. I'm feeling good. But you're in the Two of Pentacles, which is not really a sustainable energy. So it may be that you need to make a decision between this person and someone else. Or maybe you're just trying to decide about this connection. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands. All right, so the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Wands here indicates that you're trying to decide whether or not you should walk away from this connection, or is this someone that you want to fight for? You may feel like you have a need to protect your energy or your individuality or your independence. So like I said, some of you, you're a little bit on the fence about being in a committed relationship at this time or with this particular person. At the soul level, you're viewing this person as the King of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So you may be a little bit worried that this person isn't emotionally available. You may be worried that this person, doesn't want to give emotionally to this connection. You might be worried that they're maybe too pragmatic. Maybe they're not creative enough, or, they have a harder time thinking outside of the box or something like that. All right. But Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And some of you might be feeling like maybe this person themselves is a bit emotionally drained. They may be healing from something and therefore not really being able to give you what you're looking for. All right, you're viewing the relationship at the soul level as the Six of Swords in reverse. So you may feel like this wasn't moving along as you thought it should. The Six of Swords in reverse also indicates that you may feel like this connection, like I said, is a little bit stuck. But I also think you're conflicted because there's a part of you that may be hoping or wondering if this is something that would be a good idea if it came back around. Now, your person's energy is the Three of Pentacles in reverse, so they're mirroring you, Aquarius. They're also in that Two of Pentacles energy. And there may be some sort of third-party interference on their end. So I'm seeing that it could be work, or it could be gossip, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be a romantic rival. But they may be questioning here whether or not that you two are on the same page, or if you're truly compatible. So again, you may just both be really kind of, feeding off of each other's energy at this time, and both of you kind of being a little bit on the fence. Now, this could be a connection where you're in separation from this person, but it could also be a connection here that just hasn't found its form yet. Now, it does feel like there's been some sort of detachment, or there's been some sort of maybe rift or fight or argument here. All right, so let's see. What else do we need to know here? All right, so trust the journey. So when you experience stagnation in your life, know that the next phase is calling you. Answer the call and let go of the old. So Spirit's definitely asking you to trust this journey, to let go and allow things to move forward organically for you. Now that may be towards this person, with this person, or it might be in a different direction. All right. Spirit's also saying you can't escape your shadow self. So until you make the unconscious conscious, it will continue to direct your life. Okay, so it may be time for some shadow work here. And we get getting nowhere. You may need to adjust the lens of your life. Change your mindset and then change your lifestyle. You can still turn things around. All right, so again, it may be some time for action, you know, for some forward movement, taking a look at what might be holding you back, taking a look at any old repeating patterns. But Spirit's saying here that you're on the path to love here, Aquarius. And again, it may surprisingly be with this person, because the Five of Wands in reverse is releasing tension, healing. It's bringing a connection into union or finding stability. So your divine soul partner is searching for you, and soon you both will find each other. Stay the course and have faith. All right, so even if there's some confusion or some muddled thinking or what have you, Spirit saying you're on the right path, Aquarius. Now, with the Five of Swords in reverse, I feel like you have somebody here who's probably been a little bit detached. And maybe they've been quiet for a little bit, so there may be little to no communication or unclear communication with this person. But I'm also seeing too that this is somebody who's been finding their center, who's been focused maybe on their own healing, getting, you know, finding grounding, clearing their head space. But also, I think this person wants victory and healing with you in particular. Okay, so we see Justice card. They could be a Libra or have strong Libran placements. But with the Justice card here, I feel like this is somebody that does want to make it up to you, or they do want to bring this connection into balance. This is somebody who prioritizes balance and harmony, not only in their life, but in their relationships. And the Magician card, Virgo, Gemini energy. So I can see here, Aquarius, that this person does really tick a lot of your boxes. The Magician here tells me that this person has all the tools that you may be looking for in a partner. I think they're ready to communicate and take action, bring this connection into balance. They're ready to make their move. It really does feel, Aquarius, like this person is manifesting you. They're ready for transformation here. And we see the Hanged Man. They've been doing a lot of, I heard pondering. Now, I don't really speak that way, but they've been doing a lot of thinking. They've been holding back. They've been looking at the details. They've been rereading your messages, looking at your interactions, and probably tapping into as well guidance, their inner guidance, you know, praying, meditating, looking for signs and synchronicities here. But I feel like this is somebody who's ready, who has the answers that they need. And most likely they feel that this is a really strong spiritual connection. So with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I do think that this person may feel like you're holding back and you're watching and waiting and most likely doing a bit of a karmic review or a review of this connection. But what I'm seeing with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, they're feeling like you're not putting in the time and effort. So I think that's causing them to do a little bit of analysis. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I also take that as a compliment, and I'm sure a lot of my aquas out there as well, is they see you as somebody who's just different. Somebody who is not afraid to do their own thing. Somebody who's different in a good way from, you know, the average person or the average person they've dated. So we see the Devil in reverse, Capricorn energy. So the shadow of Capricorn energy can be stubborn, pessimistic, but I think more so they may see that you have a bit of a stubborn streak, right? Which is Aquarian energy for sure, being a fixed sign. But I say that lovingly. But the Devil in reverse is also, this person wants to heal and release karma. They want to clean up this relationship. They want to beat out competition, or they want to look at how do we heal conflict? How do we come together? And I think they see that you're absolutely somebody who's worth doing that for, or putting in the work. With the Sun card, Leo energy, it feels like, sorry about that. With the Sun card, it feels like this person sees you as somebody who's got a bright, sunny disposition. You're passionate, you're playful, and you certainly are in that energy with the Knight of Wands. But I also feel like there's something about you that's so attractive. You know, I see her banging that gong, right? And it's almost like that's your heart chakra calling them in. So they feel this like undeniable attraction and pull towards you, but they also know that you're extremely attractive to others. And with the Seven of Swords, this is Moon and Aquarius energy. So they're seeing you as possibly being a bit avoidant right now, not putting in the work. And like I said, I feel that's really triggering some deep analysis, maybe even some shadow work on this person's part. But they may also be a little bit suspicious or wondering if you're hiding something. So again, that could also be why they're holding back. We see the Nine of Cups. So this person is longing for you. I'm hearing desire. So they're very attracted to you. They're longing for you. There's a lot of desire for you physically, but also I think there's desire for more here, more within this relationship to take this to the next level. All right, what else do we need to know about this person? So we see storyteller, making up tales that harm others. I don't think that's the case. I'm not seeing that in their energy at all, especially with the Magician in reverse. But I do wonder, what I'm getting in their energy is there could be some gossip. You know, there could be some gossip about you. Maybe you've heard some gossip about them. And know that we're coming through. I don't know if we're done with Mercury retrograde yet, but we should be shortly if we're not. But remember, Mercury retrograde is a time where we can definitely misinterpret things. But we can also, people can, tell, we can also maybe have heard things that are not true. So I do think this person is trying to figure that out. We see that your person is a good person. So they're definitely not making things up to hurt other people. I feel more so there was some gossip around them, or they heard some gossip about you. But this person is coming through as the Samaritan, which refines your capacity to help those that you would prefer to ignore, so that this person is a really good person. All right. They do things out of the kindness of their heart. All right, let's see how they're viewing you as the beggar archetype. So they see you as confronting empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So they see you as extremely, extremely independent, but they also love that you're humble. And you're humble, but you also source your wisdom from what you've been through. You're humble and compassionate, despite probably having a reason to feel better than other people at times, right? We see detective energy. Some of you could have Scorpio placements. But what I'm seeing here is they see that you have great powers of observation and intuition, and you have a desire to seek out the truth. So they can't really get anything by you. So this person knows that they need to be completely honest with you. But I also feel like they're worried that they're not seeing the whole picture. Now with the Six of Wands, I do think this person really does want victory, and they want healing, or they want coming together, or they want this connection to find its form. All right, the Tower. This person's going to shock you. It can also be that this person is seeing you and the relationship differently after being in that Hanged Man energy. All right, the Ace of Wands in reverse, a rejection. Yeah, so, this might have been a Tower moment for them, Aquarius, if you rejected them, or they're thinking about the possibility of this ending. I feel like they want to avoid that. I feel like they're ready for communication. I feel like this person has been releasing negative judgment, but I'm also seeing negative attachments. They're ready to talk. And with your final outcome or your advice being the Five of Wands in reverse, this person is ready to heal things or remove obstacles or anything obstructing this connection from being happy, healthy, and stable. And we see the Nine of Cups in reverse. All right, and the Two of Swords. So there's going to be a breakthrough. This person may need a little bit of liquid courage. I know that's not going to be for all of you, but some of you, this could be like a drunk text or a drunk dial coming in. But I also think that there's going to be communication that's going to feel emotionally overwhelming coming from this person. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse tells me that it's probably going to take some work. All right, but some of you, there's some breakthroughs here that they want to work on having a breakthrough. They want to work on things that may not be healthy. They want to work on things that are, keeping you two from being in a happy, healthy, stable connection. And this person is ready to reveal it all with the Moon card, Cancer, Pisces energy. So I feel like you can absolutely expect an emotional confession. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know? All right, so they definitely, they don't want distance. They want to come together with you. All right, my lovely Aquarius. I hope I haven't called you Scorpio at any point in time, because I'm looking at this detective archetype and I'm feeling Scorpio energy. So if I did say Scorpio, just know that, just accept my apology and know that I know I'm in the Aquarius reading. This person is going to surprise you. We see that with the Tower moment and tracking location. They may show up at your job, they may show up at your home, or just put themselves in your path. But I think you're going to be surprised, Aquarius, how much they really know about what you've been up to. Maybe even they've had like eyes on you, friends and family keeping tabs on you, whether that's online or in person. So Aquarius, we see this fun energy. We see past hurt. And we see angelic. So I do think your person is getting assistance from their angels, from their guides, from their passed on loved ones. I do think this person is a lot of fun to be with. So I do think that's what's exciting. They might even be planning some sort of fun surprise. But what I'm getting with this past hurt is, despite this high vibrational upbeat energy, I do feel like this person is going to talk about and deal with the tough stuff, right? Not just the, let's kiss and make up, but they're willing to go deep here with you. That's what I'm getting. All right, anything else we need to know here, please? Yeah, you can expect a message, clarity, truth, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. All right, so they have the key to your heart. And they may have needed some time, or they've been taking their time. And I do see that. I did see that with the Five of Swords in reverse. So, but it's time to heal. There's progress to be made. And again, we get that clarity, that truth, that revelation, solidarity. That's what they want with you. Solidarity, force, honor, and protection. Okay. So let's see, is there anything else my Aquarius need to be aware of here before we wrap up this reading? Anything else my Aquarius need to be aware of before we wrap up this reading? Twin flame. So this is a divine counterpart connection. So again, regardless of the label we're going to give this connection, this is a powerful connection where you two mirror each other in a lot of ways, or you complement each other beautifully. And Spirit's saying you can be completely open with this person. And someone is secretly yearning for you. And at the bottom of the deck, acceptance happens for a reason. So if there's been distance, or there's been a pause, or there's been confusion, Spirit was saying early on to, trust the journey. Everything happens for a reason. And the energy I'm getting is that it's actually whatever's happened here is making this connection that much stronger. All right, my lovely Aquarius, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.